Hello everyone, this is Greg Wartko, Editor-in-Chief of Yard & Garden and GreenIndustryPros.com. Thank you for joining us for our four-part series of web briefings featuring Bob Clements, the green industry's most highly regarded business trainer of high-performance dealerships. Our exclusive sponsor for the series is Ideal Computer Systems. Ideal's business management software provides you with the most comprehensive, industry-specific solution on the market. Ideal invests its research and development based on dealer feedback to help you gain full control of your inventory, service department, customer service, pricing, purchasing, bookkeeping, and overall business management. To learn how Ideal can provide you with a complete solution that meets your specific needs, call 1-800-737-1620 or visit www.idealkit.com/YG. And now for part 4 of the series, a preview of dealer training at the GIE+EXPO. Hey, welcome back again, Bob Clements, our fourth and final installment. This has been fun, huh?
It has been great. I've enjoyed these.
Oh, and the tips and insights you've provided to our listeners, can't thank you enough for doing that. Is donating your time and wisdom. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that would do that, so we really appreciate you helping.
Well, as long as my wisdom only comes in 10-minute sections, I can keep up with you.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. And tell you what, though, dealers, if they have the inclination to, and we hope they do, to go to Louisville this October to the GIE+EXPO, they're going to get a lot more than 10 minutes of your time. You provide hours and hours of training and seminars at the show. Why don't you talk a little bit about some of the new things you're going to be doing at this year's GIE+EXPO?
Well, we're really excited this year. You know, we've been blessed over the last years to get to be a major part of the dealer pavilion, and we've really tried hard, Greg, to have all the dealers that come there. I mean, my team's there, I'm there, and we really try to be an open book. Mm-hmm. It is an opportunity to learn, and I tell you, we don't have all the answers, but we're in so many dealerships, you know, in power sports and ag and outdoor power every year. We just learn a lot as we go through it. And so I tell dealers every year we try to bring in new things that we're learning in service and in parts and in whole goods and things like this. But this year is really special because this year the focus for one day on Wednesday is just on dealers. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the whole show is set up for one day on Wednesday to be a dealer-only show, which to me is really exciting. So the dealers don't have to fight, you know, and I love landscape contractors to death because my dealers work them all the time, but we're not fighting anybody for anything. We got Wednesday to ourselves. We can talk to the manufacturers. We can see the equipment. We don't have to worry about somebody that we're going to sell to, looking at the same thing or hearing the same kind of thing. So Wednesday is the big day. So that's a big change from that standpoint. Mm-hmm. The other thing that we're really excited about, working with North American Equipment Dealers Association and EETC, okay, the certifying group, we made a decision last year that we wanted to start offering technician training at the dealership pavilion, at the dealer pavilion. Oh. You know, in the past, Greg, we've offered, you know, management training and principal training, and we're going to do that again this year. We've got some new things that we want to share with service managers and parts managers, and I've got some new things that I really want to try to get the principals themselves focused on in some of my workshops. But one of the weaknesses that I believe we've always had is that, you know, how do we get these technicians, these people that, you know, my company lives and breathes every day, how do we get them better trained? Yeah. Inexpensively, because it is expensive to have people go out and to be trained. And so working with the EETC and North American Equipment Dealers Association, we're going to be holding on Wednesday 3 workshops specifically for technicians. Oh. And these are going to be workshops that are probably going to be most appropriate for, say, a high C or a B level technician.
Okay.
So as the dealers think about their technicians, you know, it's probably not going to be their A techs that are going to be benefiting from this. So I want them to be thinking about kind of their high C, B level technicians. And what we decided to do was to really offer 3 training programs. Each of them are an hour and a half to about 2 hours in length. They're going to be rotating constantly throughout the day. We're going to have the industry's best trainers, technicians teaching these classes. Okay. And what we're trying to do is to give the technicians in about an hour and a half to 2 hours the basic fundamentals in terms of, say, 2-stroke engines, as well as quick ways to do diagnostics on the engines. Mm-hmm. So if you've got a technician that's struggling a little bit, that you need somebody else that you can move some of your two-stroke engine work to, and you don't want to send them to one of the manufacturer's school for 2 days to do it. This is a perfect opportunity to get some really intense training on two-stroke engines in terms of basics and diagnostics from that standpoint. So we see that as a weakness in a lot of dealerships. They've got maybe one person that does two-stroke work, and they need to spread that out a little bit and have a little bit of coverage with it. The other workshop that we wanted to do, and this is one that, because I'm in shops 90% of my time when I'm in dealerships, and I constantly see technicians really struggling with electrical diagnostics. That is one of the most costly, time-consuming things in every dealership out there, Greg.
Okay.
Is a piece of equipment comes in and it's got an electrical issue on it. And unlike the auto industry or even the ag industry, where we can plug a computer in today and it can run a diagnostics and outdoor power, we don't have that. And so you've got to be very, very good at doing and finding faults and stuff in electrical systems, and most technicians aren't very good at that. So this year we wanted to offer a program on electrical diagnostics, and again, an hour and a half, 2 hour program where technicians can come in and be trained by the best in the industry on how to find the different faults in electrical, how to do the tests on them, so that they can be faster at doing electrical diagnostics. And electrical shorts are like hunting ghosts, Greg.
Yeah.
and if you don't know what you're doing, you could eat up 2 or 3 hours on something that there's no way you can charge a customer that amount of time for. So we're really excited about that. And then the other training we're bringing in for technicians is on EFI engines.
Okay, sure.
And that's a brand new thing going out there. Manufacturers are moving away from carburation, which as a shop guy I hate to see, because we love putting on carburetors because it's really profitable.
Right.
But that's the trend in the marketplace, and even on the two-stroke engines, we're going to electronic fuel injection.
Yeah.
And so it's a different world for the technicians, and so we're going to be doing again an hour and a half, 2 hour workshop on understanding EFI engines and on diagnosing and on making adjustments on EFI engines. So we're really excited about this. The technicians can during the day on Wednesday, they can attend, the classes are set up so they can attend all 3 classes, or they can only go through 1 or 2 if they want. They will be certified. They are EETC certified classes, so when they get done with the classes, each class there will be a test at the end of it that they'll need to pass on that class. And then about 10 days after they get through it all, they'll be getting their certification certificates from EETC. So I am really excited about being able to offer this tech training this year for the dealers. I think it'll be well received, and it'll be a very inexpensive way to get their techs trained.
Yeah, I mean that's a great addition to the show, just providing more value, more another reason why a dealer should in my opinion view GIE+EXPO as a must attend every fall for just the opportunity to be at the show and have a presence. I think it's important for dealers just in general to continue to have a presence at the show. Do you feel the same way? I'm sure, Bob.
Absolutely, and I know a lot of dealers say, I go there every year and it's basically the same. And I say, well, our side's not the same.
Yeah.
We're always trying to bring in new training ideas, and I tell people, if nothing else, come and spend a half a day with my team in the dealer pavilion. And we've got new training classes going on and things like this, and it's all free. What you would pay me $10,000 to come and do, you can get for free at the dealer pavilion. So I'm with you, Greg. I know a lot of guys are kind of getting little. It's kind of the same thing, but it's really not. And there's great opportunities there. And manufacturers invest a lot of money, to bring this knowledge to the dealers. So I encourage all dealers to really get involved with it.
You bet. And obviously we spent a lot of time here talking, Bob, about the new features for technician training. So it's important for dealers to bring some of their personnel from their service functions to the show. But do you know at this point, Bob, some of the topics you'll be talking about from more of that owner manager standpoint? Are you going to still be doing some educational tracks in that area?
Absolutely. I'm going to be talking about budgeting this year.
Okay.
I have actually a tool that I use for all my dealers so that they can use that for as they come into 2013, that lets them do budgeting and forecasting for service parts and whole goods. And I'm going to give them that tool. It's an Excel spreadsheet. They'll be able to walk away with it. I'm going to show them how to use it and show them how to put budgeting in place. I'm going to talk more about compensation programs for salespeople.
Okay.
In the past, I've talked about comp for techs, but a lot of my dealers now are looking at adding an outside salesperson to do some calling during the slow season, How do we compensate for that? So I'm going to do a whole workshop on compensation for service parts and sales.
Excellent.
So that's going to be a workshop we're going to be doing this year. And again, we're going to be talking about hiring because, again, hiring is a big part of it. And I'm going to do a workshop on hiring and interviewing and how to use testing as a part of your hiring practices so you can make sure that you're getting the best people there.
Well, great topics, and by no means the same old. Those are some great topics. So we strongly encourage our listeners to get to GIE+EXPO in Louisville this October. Bob, these 4 podcasts have been great. Again, we can't thank you enough for your time and all the ideas and insights you've shared with our listeners, and we really value our relationship with you. We at Yard and Garden and GreenIndustryPros.com, and we look forward to continue working with you.
Well, great. I'm looking forward to it, and I love working with you guys, Greg.
We will see you at GIE+EXPO this October.
Great.
All right, take care.